Eva
and Clarissa here,
and today we'll be doing a sort of video on how to decode period packaging and labels and how to understand what you're getting when you buy them.
Hope you enjoy this video.
Okay, so the first comparison that we're doing, we're just going to so the first thing that we're going to show you is difference between ultra thins and maxis, because on pad packaging it always says either something like maxi or it'll say something like ultra thin. So we're just going to show you the difference in thickness. So Clarissa will be showing you the maxi. So if you look at the ultra thin, it is very thin. Now if I just fold down the edge here, it's really thin if you look at that. And so if you compare it to a panty liner, it's about as thin as a panty liner. So that is really cool, and it's just very comfortable. And so yeah, and now I'll show you the maxi.
Okay, this is a maxi pad. They come in packaging like this, you know, they just say maxis on them.
Yes.
And they're definitely thicker than the ultra thins. You can wear them every day or overnight. There's the thickness.
If you compare, you see that this one is about this size and this one's like that. So there's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, and I'll just kind of say my personal, which one I like better. I personally like maxis better because I find that they're closer to your body, so your flow just gets absorbed quicker and there's less time for leaking, so I like these better, but it's up to you. Now we'll go over the packaging of things like absorbencies when it says super, regular, and light. So obviously super is a heavy flow, regular is a normal flow, but when you're starting and you haven't started your period yet, we normally recommend getting regular or heavy pads, just because you want to, just in case, even if you're light, it doesn't matter, it is perfectly fine to get an absorbency that's bigger for pads, not for tampons. So
it's not necessary to purchase an overnight pad. The regular ones work just as well. The main difference between an overnight and a regular one is the overnights are longer.
So this is a regular and this is an overnight, and so if you compare, there's about 2 to 3 inches longer, so it's just if you're laying back and you leak in the back. So if you don't have that problem, you can usually get away with just using these. So when you're first starting your period, you usually don't need to buy any overnights. You can just try and see if these work for you first. Okay.
And these are panty liners. You wear them before your period if you're having discharge or your period is very, very light.
And you can also wear them like when you think you're about to start, just in case. So I'm just going to show you, these are 2 different kinds. This is a contoured. As you can see on the packaging, it says contoured right there. And so this is what mine looks like. It has curved edges and it's very, very, very thin. And so that's what that looks like.
And this is another one. This one's not contoured, but it is smaller than this one. It's just not got the curves like that one.
And for me, I actually like the ones without the curves better, because I find that the curves, they don't have sticky on the sides, and so sometimes they unstick from your panties and that's not very comfortable. Which ones do you like better?
Yeah, I would probably prefer these, I think, for the same reason.
And these are just the generic ones. It doesn't really matter that much which ones you get because they are just very small, you can't really feel them that much. So
these are eBay Kotex clicks, and then these are just regular Kotex, and they're both regular despite how different sizes they are.
Yeah. So obviously the click is good for starters, or you could try like a Tampax compact, or Tampax Pearl compacts are good for starters. So as you can see, if you look at the difference in tip size. So, but once you get used to these, you can always go to these. So that's the difference between just like the small sort of ones and the big ones, and they both absorb the same, even though some people say the click ones absorb a little bit less.
Always use the lowest absorbency for your flow, just to reduce risk of like TSS.
So when you're using pads and you're wanting to start using tampons, you're kind of going to you're kind of going to know what your flow is like. So if you think that you have a sort of regular flow, I still recommend getting a package of light tampons, or at least like a combination package, and trying the lights first, because it's always best to try and use the smallest one for your absorbency, or the smallest absorbency for your flow. Menstrual cups, you can use them no matter what. They absorb really from anything from light to heavy flows, and you just reuse it. So those are really great, and it's not that hard to pick because there's just two sizes, a 1 and a 2. This is a Diva cup. They have different brands, but I would say this is one of the widest used brands, but they have ones that are smaller, like the Lunette, and I think one's called the Lady cup, and something like that. But yeah. So if you haven't started your period yet and you're like, oh, I don't know what to get, there's so many like different packages and stuff, we would just recommend getting, what would you say, a package of just normal panty liners. And you can wear these if you're starting to get discharge. You can wear them if you think you're about to get your period. And a package of pads. You don't need to get overnights just yet, I wouldn't say. I would recommend getting just regular heavy pads, and you can choose between maxi or ultra thin. You could order samples online, or even ask your friends to try. And you can, before you even start your period, you can see if you like ultra thins or maxis better. So
Okay, so if you're planning on using tampons for the first time, I would recommend getting something like a combo pack with lights, regulars, and supers in there. Like Tampax, Pearl makes good ones like that, just so you can kind of decide which one suits your flow best. Tampax, Pearl's a good brand.
You should buy also a package of panty liners to wear when you think you're about to get your period, if you have discharge, and as backup. And the only time you wouldn't wear these as backup is if you have tampons with the Elite Guard braid, which works as a sort of panty liner. And you might want to buy a small package of pads, even if you just get like the knockoff ones, just to keep in your period kit for just in case, or for a friend, or just in... For menstrual cups, I recommend, get your cup. It comes with a little pouch and your cup. And of course get a package of panty liners to wear as menstrual cup backup when you have discharge or expecting a period. And just like with tampons, get a small knockoff pack of pads to keep in your period kit, just in case. So this is Fifi, the annoying dog that always barks. And say hi, Fifi. Say hi. Harriet! Sorry, my cat's annoying me. She keeps meowing. Harriet, stop it! So, Fifi likes to pray. She goes like this. Okay, so that is just our video of sort of decoding the packages and labels and how to use them, what you need to get. And we hope that you enjoy this video. Thanks, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye, Fifi. Bye.
Thanks for watching, girls. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment, rate and subscribe. God bless. Have a blessed day.